gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Van Pebble, and I am streaming video games. I'm a streamer, damn it. And we're streaming today. I'm in a good mood, man. Come on, why not? Living the life. This is how we're going to start off today. We're going to start off by streaming Fortnite. We're going to play some Fortnite. We're going to get down and dirty. I'm really enjoying this Fortnite season. It's fun. The weapons are really interesting. I like the versus thing that they have going on. Some kind of a versus thing. I'm just going to go ahead and... Not everybody knows about the new Fortnite season. So let's go ahead and show people what the new Fortnite season is. This was the trailer. We're not going to play the music because I think there's a copyright on there, so we don't want to get copyrighted. But this is basically, let's play the music that we're playing now. Let's take it down a little bit, and let's show people the trailer. This is the trailer. So it seems like this is Fortnite. That's The Rock, it looks like to me. Okay. So I guess somehow I don't know if he's in a movie like this, or this is just him just playing a role for this particular thing. I don't know how deep this thing goes, but this is a rivalry situation. It's a rivalry in Fortnite, and this is something I think is pretty good part of the season. I'm enjoying it. The weapons are fantastic. There's all new weapons in here. There's only one sniper rifle, which I'm enjoying. There might be another one too, actually. And because there's a weird machine where you can buy different weapons. And I noticed that there was another sniper rifle in there. But I haven't used it yet. And so this is the rivalry. I picked a side. I think I picked the Rock side. And so now whenever I play, I'm part of the rivalry and I'm part of the Rock team. But that's a good sniper rifle too. And so it is a really fun season. I'm having a good time with it. And let's just watch the entire thing here. The Showdown. Chapter 7, Season 2. So I don't know enough about Fortnite, like how it works as far as like seasons and all that stuff. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're going to be into today. I know we've been playing a lot of Fortnite lately, and I gotta tell you, I just think it's a great game, and I'm going to continue to play it. My goal is pretty much stream it every day, and then, stream other games as well. But if we stream it like 4 or 5 days a week, I don't have a problem with that. I just don't. There you go. Let's have some fun today. And let's kill the music for now. Very good music. It is a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It is approximately 11:37 a.m. Technically, it's morning, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Let's make sure everything looks good. It does. Let's pull this up here. I did. Ladies and gentlemen, this is official. We are live. We are streaming. And I am glad to be here. It's going to be a great week. It's still the beginning of the week, which I'm very happy about. My timer got all screwed up because I was working, and then all of a sudden I stopped working. So I worked the weekends. I was working Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And right now, that has come to a stop. So now we're just looking for work, and that makes it weird. Because before, when I was working on the weekends, when I came to the weekdays, I didn't feel like I was like off. I felt like I was working when I was streaming. But now that I don't have a job, it does feel weird. Like I feel like I just feel weird. It feels weird not having a job. But not that weird, because I was only working 3 days a week. I really had it going, but I knew it wasn't going to last forever. There were too many things about the job that I knew were not long term. Just many things. It was also getting a little dangerous, and I was getting to the point where, like, I could tell I was going to have to, like, get in a bad fight with somebody soon. It was going to happen because people were starting to get like a little more brolic at the site. Criminals and like people that were doing drugs were getting a little bit more ready to fight me, and it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time before I got into a really bad fight, and I probably would have gotten fired immediately. Not from my boss. I don't think I would have gotten fired. I would have just gotten. They wouldn't have brought me back to the site. I think that's kind of maybe what happened. I don't know. I had a really bad situation where somebody stepped up with a signpost because they were doing construction across the street. The guy grabbed a signpost and he started swinging it at me. And then thankfully we were able to get the guy off the site, but I don't know. There's so much that they don't tell it. Like there's so many things that people weren't telling me. So who knows? I'm just glad that I'm doing this now. And I'm ready to do something else anyway. It'll be security. I mean, that's at least that's what I'm going to try to do, you know? Or security related. It's either going to be like security or maybe some kind of like... Maybe some kind of like be an usher. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Ooh. The interview I just had was for like a security type of job. It was loosely security. It was kind of like so here's a machine I was telling you about. Anyways, things are good. I'm happy. But I'm always happier when I have employment. Like, it just always feels good to know where your next meal is coming from, you know? I don't like this uncertainty of, like, not knowing. And I do have confidence. Like, I have confidence in myself more than I've ever had before. I know I'm going to be okay more than ever before, but it's still like, it's still that uncertainty. But that's where we have to be smart. We have to be patient this time. That's the only way we're going to get a good job, is to be very patient. It's when you're not patient that you get the shit jobs. It's when you're like, okay, I just want to work, that's all. That's when you get shit. It's also really interesting to me how I don't think every job is like this, but maybe they are. A lot of jobs are really like, it's amazing how, what's the word? Flaky. People are so flaky. Like, I'm not, like, people assume that I'm flaky, like, when I go to get jobs. I don't know why. People always assume that I'm going to be flaky. Not me necessarily. They're just like, when you're a new guy trying to get a job, they automatically assume that if you don't have a job, you're just a flaky person or something. But when they look at my resume, they notice, like, I leave after a year or two. Like, I don't spend much more time than a year or two. And I think they think because of that, I'm flaky. I think there might be somebody down here. But then, it's funny how much more flaky employers are than I am. Like, people are just so flaky. Like, we'll call you back. And then they're like, they don't call you. They're like, I'm sorry, I forgot to call you. We'll call you next time. Then they forget again. It's just like this, it's just like a clown show. But it is what it is. I knew this is what it would be anyway. So instead of these days feeling like streaming days, which is really what they are, they feel like days where I'm looking for work. And that sucks. It kind of taints the fun streaming thing. It really does. It taints, like, this is what this day always was. These days were streaming days. Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were always streaming days. For like a year, 4 months straight, man. That's all we've been doing is that pattern. It's a great pattern. Really great pattern. Somebody's shooting at me, I can tell. Oh, look at this guy. Oh. Yeah, that's just weird. That's bizarre to me. It's kind of weird to me that this really has been like, really this has been a job for me. Like, I've been working a job. Like, this streaming thing has become like a real deal for me. And so now that I don't have a job, it's like weird to think like, well, we gotta find a job. It's like, but this is also my job. I've got to do this. I've got to keep doing this. So the days that we work will change, but the streaming days will also change. So yeah, it's a weird thing. But I have a feeling that it's always going to be like that. Until, you know, it's just going to have to be able to, like, not feel like I will ever have a permanent schedule. And I don't mind that, really. Because I don't think of life as a definite thing. You could die the next thing you know, you get hit by a car. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. And I'm a guy that likes to think in things in terms of like, what's going to happen next month? What's going to happen the month after that? But the truth is, it's kind of good to live on a little bit on the edge of not knowing. That's why these are always good times for me whenever I don't have work. It's always good, that feeling of like, we need something, but let's get the right thing. Like, it's a weird feeling, and I like it. Because what I was feeling recently was this, like, I was feeling really good about having this thing, like this job on the weekends. But I knew that it wasn't permanent, so it was almost like I knew not to get too excited about it. It was fun, though. I felt like a Make-A-Wish kid. I was like, I'm so glad that, you know, at least I could say that I streamed 4 days a week for a year. I'm glad I did it, you know. And working 3 days a week, it was a dream. It really was. It was nice. Let's see what else is going on out here. Who's fighting? Move more like this way. Oh, somebody's coming for something. He ain't coming for supper, I'll tell you that much. He's not coming for dinner. But if he wants close-up, I can play close-up. You want to play close-up? I can do close-up. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you want to play close-up, we can play close-up. You want to play close-up again? Who else wants to play close-up? Oh, I couldn't get him. I got a little cocky. We got a little cocky there. That was fun, though. To be able to, like, bash right that close-up, that was nice. So, yeah, we're doing good. I definitely feel like, you can tell when you lose something in your life that you've been doing for a really long time. Like, the pattern of working those 3 days was very intense. It wasn't just work for 3 days. Even though I do tell myself, it's only 3 days, man. But the truth is, the intensity of that 3 days was pretty rough. I mean, it is what it is. I don't mind I'll do it again if I can. But 10-hour shifts, outdoors, Seattle weather, winter time, the roughness of the drug addicts and the fucking like situations where you just go from 0 to 60 emotionally. It's a really tough job. And I enjoyed it. I think we did really well. I'm very happy with the way I performed for this last year, 3 months or so. We just did a good job professionally. You know, very professional with everybody. I remember at one point I was having a conversation with this guy who was my boss. And the last thing he said to me, we had a conversation that's like right before I quit, really. And he was telling me, like, none of these people are your friends. And it's like, I started realizing, like, he's wrong. That's not really true. You can't go around thinking that nobody's your friend. It's not good, healthy to think that way. And also realize that guy was saying things just to manipulate me to do what he wanted me to do. He was one of those guys that was like, he had definitely an idea for what he wanted me to do for his company, and he sort of was, everything he said had to do with that kind of manipulation. I realized that too. So yeah, back to the drawing board. It feels good to be back to the drawing board. I know, I think I knew, I'm going to go down in this little pipeline here. I think I knew that it was a temporary situation, but I also knew that, like, I might as well just enjoy it, and that's exactly what I did. So, like, no regrets, but, like, also knew, like, hey, man, like, this isn't going to last forever. Like, eventually you're going to have to end this fucking this job, this situation. Working close to home was fun. But it's over. it's okay for things to end. It's funny how people were looking at me like I was telling people like before I left, I was like, hey man, I'm definitely quitting today, so you're not going to see me again. This is like some of the people that work there. And people were giving me a look like I was like, oh my god. I was like, dude, man, things come and they go, man. The more I get older, the more I appreciate that things do come and go. Like, none of this shit is permanent, dude. It's all temporary. Like, we're gonna die, too. Not now, but, like, someday. Believe it or not, like, nothing is really permanent. It makes it easier to say, like, fuck off to certain things, you know? There's some things you do have to say fuck off to. You don't have to necessarily say fuck off, because that's sort of rude, but... I think when I was younger, I had a harder time with letting go of things. I really had a hard time. I think we all did, right? Like boyfriends, girlfriends, like that was the first test. Or one of the first tests. It was really hard to let go of that love, that person you thought you loved or whatever. I can't afford it. What do I need? Okay. Why was that guy so hard to kill? We have to say goodbye sometimes. Why is he singing now? What the hell happened to this guy? This Fan Pebble guy used to tell jokes. He was fun. Now, now he's... I'm just having fun. But it is really good to, it is good to get older and to realize, like, man, it was one of the hardest lessons when I was younger, because losing your friends was hard. Like, leaving high school and losing your friends. Like, there was a group of kids that I became friends with on this security site that are really great guys. Max, I've been talking about them lately because I think eventually they're going to see this, and I want them to see it. Guys, you're all good guys. But I was thinking about Max and Cade, the two Levis, and Cash, of course. I was thinking about those guys, and they're like all at a great age. They're like 16, 17. And that's not an age I want back, believe me. But they're all so happy and enjoying where they are in their lives. And they don't realize they're going to lose touch with each other forever, probably. Most likely, once they go to college and stuff, they're not going to see each other ever again. And I don't know, that's fine. I'm sure they probably don't care. I mean, they seem pretty well adjusted, all of them. But I had a hard time realizing that. It was tough. I have a hard time letting go of stuff. I'm getting better at it as I get older, but it's still hard, especially people. Like, you get people in your life. It's much easier just to, like, meet people and just meet them knowing that I may never see you again. I don't care. Like, I'm a little colder than I was when I was younger. Just because or maybe also sometimes I'm even really, really, really like, hey man, nice to meet you, because I realize, like, this is all we got, this moment right now. I may not know you. I don't know why I feel this way today, but I do. Anonymous. That was like, and also I always felt like, especially with the girlfriend. Wait, don't we want like guaranteed? This gives us one full life. The girlfriend thing was tough because I remember in high school, that was the first girlfriend, and that was a tough loss. Once I joined the military, it was pretty much like, I realized like, what's the point? She's going to go back to her ex-boyfriend. I already know that. Whether she says it or not, I know she's going to. And it's just, basically, it was very sad, but it was very realistic. It was like, this is what it is. It was hard. And then since then, life was very transitory. Just like very fast. Fast paced. You go here, you go there. Blah, 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 blah. Things have thankfully slowed down now that I'm an adult. And that's what I love about getting older. You learn to slow down. You learn to enjoy things slower. Like, I don't have sex now, but if I did, it would be very slow. It would be like, it would just be very deliberate. I don't know. I don't know if anyone would enjoy it, including myself, but it would be. Hey, I've said this many times. This is an old guy podcast, or old guy show. It's not a podcast. But this is an old guy. This is a guy who's older. I'm not catering to young people. This is a person that I've lived a life. I'm still living that life, actually. That's the funny thing. It's not like it's over. I still have to keep going. I got to find the next job, and then the next situation, the next people that think they're my boss, and then the next people that think I haven't done a million things in my life that I've already done, and the next people that yes, I've done this before, yes, I've fucking had these conversations with the same fucking assholes, just in different skin. And it's fun. I do enjoy it. I'm happy to do it. That's the difference between me and a lot of people, I guess, is that there's people out there that are like, I can't take it anymore. I get it. I understand. But I think a lot of those people, if you were to ask them, do they mind being alone, they would say that's the part that is hardest for them. And that's the part I like best. Because these moments where I get to be by myself and streaming and all, this is what I live for. I like to be alone. My favorite part about a workday is when I get to go home after the work. I mean, I like everything about the workday. You learn a lot, you get to interact with people, but then you go home to yourself. And you talk to yourself, and you figure out the lessons that you learned and stuff. That's the fun part of life. Is the being by yourself thing. And a lot of people don't have that. So I'm kind of blessed in that way that I'm a solo guy and I like it. And if people were honest, that's one of the problems that people do have, is that they don't know how to be alone. And they don't know how to be okay with being alone. And that's why I think these streams are great, because these streams are good for people like there were times when I needed a streamer to help me through things. Just needed to just be with them for a little while. Just see how they do things and just kind of watch them do it. I still watch streamers all the time, but I don't get as much from it as I used to. I get more out of it, more streaming than I do watching streamers. More from streaming than I do from watching streamers. But I definitely put in my streamer watcher hours. Somebody's shooting at me. Look at this, doing a wheelie. What the hell is he doing? Look at this car. Doing all kinds of stuff. Wow. Uh-oh. Wow, this is getting crazy over here, huh? Maybe they're gonna come down from this side, no, because it could come up this way. There we go. Man, I wish I had a grenade or some kind of a bomb right now. Gotta kill him fast. And then... yeah, there we go. That was bad. Damn, that was good actually. We played well. And we got some good shit off. We got some shit off our chests. I don't know what it was. I just had to get that off my... I had to get those feelings out. It feels good to have done it. I don't know what for what it was worth. I feel better now. It's probably just like also a lot of feelings that I haven't really dealt with. Because when you get into a pattern of life, you don't necessarily have those feelings all worked out. It's like, for those 3 days, I would have intense, you know, sleep, work. I wouldn't be eating very much. A lot of water, a lot of liquids, but not much food, a lot of fasting. And you're dealing with very intense things while you're tired. Lots of caffeine, very intense. And then you would go from that, dealing with intense emotions sometimes, sometimes not. And then you would go from that to the complete drop off for 4 days. In which case we would put it into this. But I noticed I wasn't dealing with real... I remember like when the first... Actually, it would happen just randomly where I would just be sitting down and I would just feel a rush of emotion. And sometimes something would bring me to tears. Not like not crying like that, but just like tears would come and you would just feel an emotional feeling, a good feeling usually. Like, I don't know, just something that you would see on Facebook, like a cat, a picture. Literally, it would be a guy petting a cat, saving a cat, or a woman saving a cat, or something involving like my friends that I'm really good friend, really deeply friends with. Where her family, she has kids and a husband, and like you look at the videos they send you, and you just start not sobbing, but like emotionally, like catharsis, you know. And not having that job has really gotten rid of a lot. I mean, we're gonna probably have it again because we're gonna work again, but it is nice to like not have that intense exchange with people for 30 hours a week. Like, it was, I almost feel like it's incredible. Yeah, it's an incredible amount of energy that you're dealing with. Emotional energy is some of the toughest stuff. I purposely didn't get security jobs and jobs like that because I was avoiding that kind of intensity for most of my life. So I would just get jobs that I figured they were physically very demanding, but mentally they didn't take much, and emotionally they didn't really take much, and that's why I did them. And then eventually I was like, we can't keep sidestepping this. Security is the kind of job I should be doing, which is like dealing with people, dealing with real situations with people, having to tell people no, which is really tough, and having to like have boundaries and create boundaries and then stand up for those boundaries. And then when somebody's like, no, there's no boundary here, I got to stand in front of them and go, there is a boundary and I'm standing in front of it. You can yell, you can scream, and you can shoot me, but that's not going to change things. That's kind of what it is. I mean, I know that's over, oh, shoot me. No, I mean, anything can happen when you're out there, man. That's why I have a lot more respect for cops than I ever did now that I've been a security guard for, it's been about good 3 years now. Anyway, feels good to talk about it. Thank you. I appreciate it. And, where are we gonna land? Let's land down here. Well, the thing is, I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about the state of the world or whatever. But I am gonna talk about the state of me and how I feel and how, things that affect me emotionally and stuff. And it's usually not some war that everybody else is involved in. It's usually like the guy across the street, or the guy that, you know what I mean? Like the person that's prejudiced against me for no reason, or like those kind of things do affect you, and those things I will talk about. He crunches on it. Nice. I can't believe it. I feel like I just got 1 billion weapons, but I really didn't. I don't have enough money for it. I don't have enough anything. I have no money. I have no money. I had to get a job. Okay. Alright, what are we doing here? Very well. We've got enough. We've got a nice rifle here. We've got a nice pistol for close combat. And we've got a nice, at least one TNT stick. And the TNT really works in this game. It's really good. There we go. And we have bandages now. We have bandages. Bandages. Bandage. I like to call it bandages, because then it makes me feel like a world traveler. Bandages. It's like a fancy advertisement for bandages in France. Bandage. When you want to get healthy in the classiest way possible. Bandage for men. Bandage. When men need a bandage that only a man can use. And it's like guys in combat. I really don't like the. I mean, I don't want to bring everybody down here, but I hate the chaos reloader. I fucking hate it. I know we're having a good time. Everyone's in a good mood. We're talking about negative things, but chaos reloader sucks. Oh, here we go. Okay, now you're fucking talking, pal. The twin mags. Yeah, that's what I want. You got it now. Things are coming together. Everything's gonna be okay. That is what streaming is for me, though. It's a moment where I can look at everything and kind of go, I could take a deep breath and I can go, everything's fine, man. This is what streaming is to me. That's why I need streaming. You understand that? Do you get it? Can I get 3 people to get in the chat room and just chat? Then I can get affiliated and I start getting paid for this shit. All I need is 3 people in the chat. Can I get a what? Also, I don't want to be bold here, but can I get a what in the chat? If I could get a... This is... I don't usually do this. But if I could just ask for one thing here. Can I get 3 people in the chat? And can I have them all say what? Can I get a what from the chat? And if you do that, I will never ask again. It's just for this affiliation thing. I'm trying to get affiliated. And according to them, if you can get people in the chat, 3 people in there. I've done everything else. I've gotten the people. I've done this. I've done that. I've streamed for 80,000 hours. I did that. I stuck a tampon up my ass. It didn't bleed. I don't know. I'm making stuff up now. But I did all the stuff they told me to do. Except for get 3 people in the chat. The what part, I added the what part because I like that what thing. Can I get a what? I like that. It's funny. It was like, it's funny when I was about to quit my job, I went on the AI because AI Copilot helps me write reports. And I said, this is our last report, and can you print it out? And can you do this? And can you say this in bold letters? And also, can I get a what? And can I get a what? And AI was so confused about that. And then finally, at the very end, after I explained it 80,000 times, it gave me the report. It was the final report. And at the very end, it said, oh, and here you go. Here's your what, and it gave me my what, and I felt great. Felt great. Oh, he's way far away. That was so corny. Dude, you can totally kill me there. Like, you are so corny as a player. Your whole thing is to just jump on everybody and try to punch them. You're gonna die so fucking fast, dude. Fuck off. That is so cheesy. You're such a cheesy player. It's such a corny cornball fucking player that just killed me right there. I don't really care because I'm in a weird, as you can tell, I'm in a strange mood today. but seriously, that's cornball shit right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not sponsored by Saliva or Canada Dry ginger ale, but I love ginger ale. Ginger ale is something that I really started getting into because we were trying to stop drinking as much caffeine, but we also like soda. And also at one point I had a sore throat, and I started getting into ginger ale. And some of my favorite foods in the world that comfort me and make me feel good is ginger ale, crackers, sandwiches. It's the simple things in life, you know? Like a nice peanut butter sandwich with the crunchy peanut butter, of course. I like a Jell-O too. I miss Jell-O. I should make some Jell-O. That's what I think I'm gonna have to. I think I have Jell-O actually. Do I have Jell-O? I think I do have Jell-O. I'm aware that I'm on stream, but it is fun to do stuff like this while you're on stream. To look for Jell-O. I could just buy Jell-O. That's what I'll do. I'll buy Jell-O. I love Jell-O. There's nothing like Jell-O. You know what? It's really good. I have like fruit in a can because I always buy like canned stuff just in case like I need like a weird snack, and there's a can of a can of peaches or whatever. Take those fruits and put it in the Jell-O. Fruit in Jell-O. There's nothing more reassuring than a Jell-O with fruit in it. Nothing. The only thing more reassuring than Jell-O with fruit in it is the Jell-O with fruit and cream. Have you ever had that? It's like a creamy. There's like a creamy mix. There's a cream thing inside of the Jell-O. Oh. All right, we're back in the desert again. Let's try to move somewhere else. Oh yeah. Well, I was going to stream this game anyway, but I was going to stream it later. But then I realized I can't really stream it later because the more I wait, the harder it is. It becomes weird to stream this game at certain times. Too many people play it and the server gets fucked up. So I thought, well, we'll have to play this earlier. Because if I try to play it later, and I can't play it past 10, because now we have a new roommate. And that's just not how I get down. I like to be, like, respectful of people. Also, I like the idea of just everybody just stopping doing noisy shit at 10 p.m. It's nice. Including myself. Because we have roommates sometimes who, they instill the rules. Like, we don't do laundry past 10, right? But like I noticed that person who makes a big deal about it also does laundry past 10. So like if you're going to tell everybody else not to do it and then you do it, you see the problem? There's a problem with that. But that shows you how idiotic that person is, that they don't know how to they don't realize that if you're going to make a rule, you have to follow it too. And that person's a little bit of a moron, I'll be honest. I put up with that person because you have to. There's a way I have to deal with certain people where you just have to be like, you realize they're stupid and you just have to you just have to go with it. They know that they're stupid and they're not 100% stupid, but kind of they are. And you realize that if you want to get along, you both have to be okay with them being stupid. You and them. Truer words have never been said, my friend. I guess we'll pick up the hands. I'm actually changing my mind about the Thunderburst. I like Thunderburst. It's also funny, like, how people that are really stupid think that everybody else is stupid when they're really the stupid ones. Like, there's a guy that I live with who also is so old that he's just really, really old. And he doesn't realize that he sort of has, like, I don't want to call it dementia, because who wants to make fun of that? I don't, you know. But he's definitely, like, you know, he's old and, like, he's not with it 100%. But then I've heard him many times make comments to me, like, that I'm stupid and stuff, and I'm just like, wow, this guy is, like, not even with it, really, and he's calling me stupid. But it's like I'm supposed to take the high road. As usual, right? I'm always supposed to take the high road, so I do take the high road. What I do is I talk about him on stream. It makes me feel better. I think I threw that too hard. That was good. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. This is fun. I always enjoy the indoor fights. If you can get into a gunfight indoors, it's like the most fun thing ever. Wow. That sounded, that was a violent ending. Pew, 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 pew. Like, whoa, what happened? That did not sound good. That's okay, somebody was about to kill me just now anyway. That was good though, at least we're playing aggressively. I appreciate it. I appreciate the aggressiveness. Let's do it. By the way, I love my character so much. I saw V-Bucks too. Let's go to the shop real quick and see what we got in the shop. Might be able to pick something up in the shop here. Let's take a look at the outfits. Actually, outfits and cars. Which is why we haven't gotten any cars really, because the cars are always way too expensive. And the reason I was paying for Fortnite every month is because I wanted to get new skins, so I was going to let the V-Bucks build up, but then they started stiffing us on the V-Bucks, and they made it you get less V-Bucks, so I was like, fuck this shit, I'm not paying for this shit anymore. Then I lost my job, and I was like, well, this actually makes sense to just... Hold on. Let me see cars. Damn, I wish I could get any of these cars. I'm so sick of the cars that... I actually have a pretty cool car that I have right now, but darn. Alright, no cars. No cars. Let me just see outfits. See how expensive they all are? Plus, I don't want any of this shit anyway. People are stupid. I'm sick of the girl thing. Enough hot chick thing. This thing's kind of cool. The night hair thing is cool. That's actually really cool. But it's too expensive. So I could afford like some of these ones. I could get the heavy grunt wasteland. That's actually kind of cool. I wouldn't want to get Snoop Dogg. This is all so corny, man. Fucking Snoop Dogg. Get the fuck out of here. By the way, Snoop Dogg used to be... It's not that I'm not a Snoop Dogg fan, but if I could just take the air out of Snoop Dogg a little bit, he was a pimp and a drug dealer. That's not... Why are people giving that guy a pass for that? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. I wouldn't want to be a goat. Honestly, if I could get the night hair, I would, because that's so nice. But let me take a look at this guy real quick. He's not nearly as cool as the one I have right now. That's really... No, I don't want this. That is cool, though. It is not bad. It is not bad looking. But let me see, maybe somehow you could still win V-Bucks, right? If you're not paying for it. Let me see. Alright, let's play another game here. Just trying to let this stream breathe a little bit, that's all. I stopped paying for Fortnite every month, but is there still a way that I can win V-Bucks? Even though I'm not paying anymore for it? It says, yeah, you can still earn V-Bucks without a paid subscription by using the free Battle Pass tiers. Playing Save the World if you have Fortnite Founders Edition, or competing in-game events. While you cannot get them as quickly as a monthly subscription, you can still earn hundreds or thousands annually through regular play. Wow. Free Battle Pass track. Progressing through the Season Pass gives you free V-Bucks. Well, I guess that's what we're doing. It's a great gun. Alright, let's do this. How's the stream going? How's the stream going? By the way, I just want to comment. I don't usually do this, but I want to comment on a big streamer on Twitch and Kick, and he's a great streamer, and I love him. I think he's awesome, but I want to say something I don't like right now about his stream. And I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming him, but I don't like his dad. So I don't know if people know this guy, XQC. Is a huge streamer. Everybody knows pretty much who he is. And I sometimes will peek my head in. I mean, honestly, he's still a kid to me, but I'm a gamer, so I enjoy seeing an actual gamer game. And he lives, I think he's got a few houses. He probably has I know he has multiple houses. So I think his main house where he lives is in Canada. And his father is a Canadian, and I don't really know, I'm not counting his pockets, and I don't know what he really does, but I think he takes care of his parents. I think he basically was like, Mom and Dad, guess what? I think his parents did well in life, but I think XQC hit the jackpot, and I think they knew it, and he knew it, and I think he did what a lot of kids would do, which is that, guess what, guys? your life has changed. I want you to take this money, which is probably millions of dollars, and just go. Here's a credit card, and just travel, do whatever you want. You want to cheat on mom? You want to cheat on dad? I don't know about that part, because that part's kind of weird too, because I never see his mom and dad together. So I don't know, but that's not what I really want to talk about though. The thing that I don't like is that his dad is still treating XQC like XQC is a little kid. XQC is 30 years old. And I gotta say it, man. I've gotta get it out there. Sorry. There was a stream that he did where his dad, I don't know if his dad's just saying there for a minute and his dad goes, he opens the door, he kicks the door open. Now XQC is streaming. Somebody's shooting at me. XQC is streaming. And his friend's with him. He has a friend with him as well. And so his dad is there, right? And his dad goes, I don't know what happened, but his dad kicks the door open and goes, "Excuse me, get over here right now, right now, no, right now." And XQC is in the middle of streaming, right? And he's like, okay, then no problem, okay, right? And so now, who's shooting at me? Oh. So now this is what I have a problem with. We're right on what I have a problem with. Let's see if we evaded those people or not. So now XQC has to stop the stream. Now his friend is there and his girlfriend lives with him too. XQC's girlfriend lives with him, right? So now she's kind of sitting there awkwardly. She's in the room. The friend that was in the room is this big fat guy named Jesse or something. Nice. I mean, he's a good streamer, but I mean, so he's there, right? And he's uncomfortable, and they're all just sitting there like, and the father goes, "No!" and the XQC goes and they close the door, and it's just like, what are you doing, man? Like at some point, you just want to tell the guy like. And I'm sorry to say this, but like, your son is better than you. You know what I mean? Like, your son calls the shots now, motherfucker. You don't. You don't call the shots at that point. You're a zillionaire, and I'm not saying that you should be a dick to your father. But the roles have fucking reversed, man. The roles have fucking reversed. And it's fucking bullshit for the father to sit there and act like, "You'll do what I tell you, I'm your father, I'll always be your father." No, he's 30 years old for one thing. He's not a kid anymore. He's 30 years old. And by the way, that clothes that you're wearing on your back, your son probably bought them. Why don't you give your son a little more fucking respect? I'm sorry, XQC. I had to say it. I think a lot of people were thinking it, feeling it. Of course, I don't know the whole situation. I really don't. And I'm probably overstepping my boundary just saying that. And I apologize. But it just hurt my feelings so bad because I know that I think XQC has a lot of heart. He's a really good kid. And he's not a kid, though. He's a man. And his father's treating him like he's a kid still. And I know that before, like, he was just playing video games, and the video games was like, what are you going to get in real life? And he somehow turned the corner of that and made video games his life. And now he's basically like a bazillionaire. And he doesn't have to answer to anybody. And guess what? That's the reality. He doesn't have to answer to you anymore, Dad. You're his dad, sure, but that relationship has to change. It's no longer, I'm your father, and I don't know, but fuckface. Things have changed. You're no longer the fucking daddy that tells him what to do. You're equals now, if anything. Got it? That pissed me off so bad, man. To see that guy do that. He did it twice, too. Honestly, it really got to me. It really pissed me off. Because XQC is such a sweet guy. I don't know him, but, I mean, to me, it's like, he seems so sweet. And I'm sure people could tell me, well, I've seen things he's done. Okay, maybe. But good, I'm glad I got them. I'm getting a lot of good stuff off my chest today. That felt good. Yeah, that was painful to watch that happen. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm sure other people felt the same way. And like, later he made an excuse about it. The father did. He was on XQC's like, Dad, come here. And they tried to explain it. It's like, there's no explanation. The guy's trying to show people on the stream. Here's what I want to say about it. Maybe I'll clip this. I'm not going to clip this because this is just like, this is like the lame. I will never clip this. Somebody else could clip it if they want, but I won't. Because I don't need to make noise off of somebody else. You know what I mean? But, like, I really do want to get this off my chest. That the father was basically trying to show, like, I'm still boss. You see people out there? You see? And it's like, no, motherfucker, you're nothing. Nothing like your son. I'm not saying you're nothing. I'm not saying that. But for you to try to make XQC like he's still your little boy, your little bitch kid, no, he's not anymore. The game has fucking changed. That guy lives a different life, and you're lucky you can live alongside him. You should fucking thank him for letting you tag along in his new life, because he could have been bitter about living under your roof and you being like, shut up and don't and I don't care if the guy had ADHD or whatever. Yeah. I know they weren't cool. I'm pretty sure they were probably like, come on, you're too loud or whatever. I mean, I'm sure he was too loud, but I don't know. Oh my. Alright, that was a good try, though. That was a good try. And I'm glad, man, I am so glad I got that off my chest. Because it was really bothering me. There's something about, and the reason you could say, well, why are you so upset? Because that's the streamer in me. The streamer in me sees that this guy, who is the blueprint of like any streamer, you know, we're not supposed to be doing this. I'm not supposed to be taking this seriously. I'm not supposed to be video gaming and talking and thinking that people that like the zero view count that I have on YouTube, that's what it's supposed to be. People like what we're doing is like not what the blueprint for success, and somehow we're expressing ourselves and we're living lives on our terms, and to be successful like he is like, it makes me so happy to see somebody made it on that level. Like any jealousy I could have ever had the joy that I have to see somebody like that succeed outweighs any kind of jealousy. I'm not jealous of XQC at all, of any of those guys. Like anybody that made it playing video games, it's like, I'm not going to say they're my hero, because to be my hero, you've got to have good morals and stuff, and I don't know him that well. But he's on the good track there. Like, just doing that is like, I respect it. I respect his journey. And I feel like the father just showed, this is the last I'll say about it, just showed a lot of disrespect to XQC. The father showed disrespect to his son on those streams, and he didn't fully apologize. He needs to get on there. Here's how he could make it right. Here's how he could make it right. By the way, that last game was terrific. We played great. What XQC's father needs to do is he needs to have an official apology. Because what he wants to be is these guys, this happens to a lot of people that make it big in entertainment world especially. That's what this world is, the entertainment world. It's not a necessary world. We're not necessary. Streamers aren't necessary. We're not. What XQC's father thinks he is he thinks he's an entertainer just because he fucked XQC's mom and had XQC. I know I'm saying a lot of shit right now. I apologize. XQC, I apologize. I'm sorry, man. It's because I love you. And as a brother, I feel like we're brothers in a way. Like streamer brothers. And your dad's a dick. And your dad needs to fucking get his fucking... He needs to know what's what. You're the boss now. I mean, if he wants to be in your life, he's got to keep up with you. This isn't like when you're a kid, you tag along with daddy. Daddy's tagging along with X now. And he needs to, like, sort of understand, like, he thinks he's going to be, like, this funny guy. Like, he's not a funny guy. And he's not an interesting guy. He's a boring guy. He doesn't stream. He wouldn't be interesting one day if he streams. Oh, he would get views. Oh, he would get all that. But he didn't put any work into it. It wouldn't be interesting to watch. So he's got to remember who the fuck he's talking to when he talks to you. And that's all I have to say. And maybe I'm coming off like a jerk. I don't care. That's how I feel about it. It made me so crazy to see that guy's father talk to him like that. Especially after I know he's done a lot of stuff for his family. Maybe that's what maybe that's a French thing. Maybe French are just like, the parents are just very tough on their kids, even when they make it. Maybe that's how French people talk to each other. I don't know. I'm not trying to put the French down. I love French fries. I mean, I just love French food, and I like French kissing. I mean, I don't. I hate French kissing. I don't like French kissing. I like French kissing if you're French kissing like a breast. You know what I mean? Or if you're French kissing, like if you're... But I don't want somebody French kissing my tongue. I don't like it. Man, I'm so glad I got that off my chest. And there's no other place where I could. This is the place to get it off your chest. And that's all I have to say about it. I don't want to say anything else because I actually really, really don't want to, like... I'm a small-time streamer, and the last thing I want to do is piss off a big streamer, a guy like that. You know? And his fans and stuff, but... Yeah. It's also a thing where you weren't there. I wasn't there. Like, I don't really know what the deal is. I don't know if maybe X pissed off his dad earlier that day. I don't know the situation. But I tell you this. I do know one thing. His dad knew what he was doing. When you're on stream and you talk to somebody like that, you better fucking check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because all this shit is live. That's like if somebody right now tried to knock on my door and tried to fucking talk shit to me. I would end the stream, or I would talk shit hard to them on the stream to let you guys know that I don't fucking play games like that. He's lucky that his son didn't just like... I mean, because I think X... I don't think X, first of all... I know we said we're going to stop talking about this, but it's too interesting to not talk about. I don't think X was going to say anything to his dad. XQC was going to say anything to his dad about yelling at him. I just think it was just like a non-thing, really. And I think for some reason that, because I'm not an IRL streamer, I don't have real conflicts with people on stream. I control like where the mood goes. So if you're like an IRL streamer and somebody comes on your stream and starts acting crazy, it probably is weird and hard and difficult to control the momentum of that, because you don't have control over people, and cameras do weird things to people. I know when I was security guard, or whenever I'm a security guard, but specifically the last site, where if you brought a camera into it, or if you started filming somebody, that would just make it even worse usually. Or I don't know. There you go. You had the right idea, which was to run away. You should have just run away. Oh, I just see now I just got some credits. Okay, so now I can go to the okay, we'll go this way. There should be like a booth where you can buy weapons. And we'll run into it in a second here. We'll find one. There it is right there. Those two, see those two swords crossing? So we can go up here if we try not to get killed up here. And we should be able to buy something with that. What's this? Okay. Yeah, do that. Oh, I don't have enough? I have enough for this one. What did I just drop? Let's get the fuck out of here. Come on. Go, go, go. Too exposed out here. So anyway, that feels good to have gotten that out. I told you I'm in a mood today. It's a good mood, but it's a there's something behind. There's something spicy behind it. Honestly, what I kind of feel is that the father feels a little bit like for him to live his whole life and for his son to I mean, his son outshines him in every way, you know what I mean? And so it probably feels a little humiliating, like you're a father and your son is a bigger deal than you are. And it's not like he's a bigger deal because he really did anything. Like your son, imagine your son is a big deal because he plays video games and he makes hundreds of millions of dollars more than you ever did. And he has houses and cars and like cars that you could never dream of affording. All because he fucking is a schmuck. Really? We're just schmucks here doing this shit. We're all schmucks. So I think what happens is he gets on camera and that shit, all that real stuff, just like it's bubbling in me right now, it bubbles on him. And he's like, this kid who everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see ecstasy. They want to watch him. And the father is can't believe it. What the fuck? And it just all hits him at once. That's what I think. I think it's just like, it just hits him. It's like, and he thinks, I'm going to give them a show more than him. I'm going to take down their little hero. That's what parents think they could do, because parents think they have the power to shut down, because they start thinking that you're that 12-year-old kid, and you're not the 12-year-old kid. Now you're the 30-year-old millionaire. And God bless XQC for not stepping up and being like, hey, old man, you're the old game in town. Go fuck yourself. Why don't you get the fuck out of my house that I paid for? And you can use my car, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, he's lucky that he didn't fucking flex on his dad. But that would have made XQC look bad. I realize that. And that's not probably how he feels. But I don't think he realizes, and I bet this happens with a lot of people when you outshine your parents. That never happened to me. But like my dad was a teacher, and teachers were always a big deal. So my parents, I was never going to outshine my parents. I would have had to go to school for teaching, and then like gotten tenure. You know, it's really hard, the thing of parents and kids. It's this like competitive rivalry. And people like me and XQC, we decided we didn't care about the rivalry. We like video games. This is what we want to do. And X rode the wave and became one of the biggest streamers of all time. And his dad doesn't like it. And it's fun to talk about for some reason. I don't know why. I can't stop talking about it. I want to, but I can't. I just keep going, okay, we're done. And then I'm like, and then another thing. And another thing. I mean, I need more ammo, don't I? That's what I need. I do like the combat rifle, but I haven't really been using the combat rifle. What is this? And I could see it, like, you know, he's sitting there and he's got everybody's attention, and he just, it all boils in his mind, like, I'm going to show my son's audience that XQC is not as cool as they think he is. That's what I think happened. And it's shitty of the parent to do. If anything, you want your son to shine. Especially when your son is a humble kid. Like, it's not like XQC runs around acting like a fucking big shot. Like, he does flex on people, but the people he flexes on are idiot people. Like, he flexes on these dumb fucking streamer people. But I don't see XQC flexing on, like, real everyday people like his father. You know, he's very respectful that way. So, I don't know. That's all I will say about it, because I think I've already said it all, but it really pissed me off. And we did a good job. We escaped. I didn't realize we were this close to the end here. 6 players left. Oh, here we go. Okay. How many players are left? 3. That was a great face-off, by the way. That was a very good face-off. It's what you want to see in these face-offs. And the gun that I have in my hand, I bought this gun. This is a legendary gun. The only person that could afford this gun would be XQC and, I'm just kidding. Oh, shit. Where the fuck was he coming from? Alright, we came in 3rd. It was pretty ballsy for me to walk like that, but the way I've been playing this game, man, I've just been destroying people. I feel like you start to feel invincible. Ladies and gentlemen, how do we feel right now as far as stream-wise? What are we looking at? How do we feel? I'll tell you what I think. I think that's a stream. I feel pretty good about that. I like what we did. I like the whole thing. And we played this game so much, it's not like we need to put in any more than an hour and a half. If I never... Let's say I stream this like once a week, I'd want to do like a 3-hour stream of this, but we stream this all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Van Pebble. And I want to thank everybody for watching. We had some thought-provoking stuff today. A lot of interesting thoughts. Yeah. But I feel good about it. And like I said, I want to thank everybody for being here. Let's do the outros, and then we will get on with the rest of our day. The rest of the day...
What's up, my guy? Burn.
The rest of the... See, I hate that about Twitch, is that you go on the front page. Why does it have to fucking... Okay. We're having a meltdown. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Van Pebble. On most social media. Gentlemen, my name is Van. And here's what we got going on here. I don't know what we're going to do for the rest of the day. We are going to stream, but I don't know. I think we're going to probably wait. I think I'm going to get something to eat something, and then hang out for a little bit, and then get back to streaming. So we might take an hour, maybe less, and we'll start streaming again around 2, and then I think we're going to do some Red Dead Redemption. That'll take us to about 4-ish, and then we've got until 10 p.m. to stream today, so I got a lot of games I want to stream. Red Dead Redemption is one of them. I think some little Mario in there, and we'll see what else comes next. But I feel good right now. I got some good stuff up my chest. I feel good. This is the advertisement portion of the stream. Van Pebble is on Twitter. You can see Van Pebble on Twitter. We talk about movies. Here's an interesting tweet here. It said, I still don't understand how movies from different studios come out with similar plot movies at the same time. The whole guy comes back several times from the future to get it right has at least 2 that just came out back to back. Both different studios. So there you go. See, there's an idea in there. It's not necessarily fleshed out grammatically. That would be for my father, who was an English teacher. That son of a bitch. I'm kidding about the son of a bitch part. I'm just having fun with the angry thing. But there you go. That's the tweet. We make some cool tweets. Here's another one. What Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic and other notable names, but them specifically, are able to do in the NBA makes you rethink Larry Bird's overall ranking in the best players ever category. So it's things like that that we tweet. It's nothing about politics. I don't even talk about XQC's father on here, which is amazing. Let's see if XQC's father comes up. We might as well, just for shits and giggles. Okay, I'm going to show this. All right, are we going to show this? Let me finish my ads first, and then... So, Van Pebble is also on YouTube. You can check Van Pebble on YouTube. We take the videos from Twitch and we throw them on YouTube. I know this looks bad here that there's no views, but I promise you there's so many videos up here, and a lot of them do have views. Alright? Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble on YouTube, subscribe, and like the videos. That's all I can tell you. There's so much more to say about it, but who cares? I mean, I do this, I stream so much. It's like, I'm not going to force people. People eventually will figure out that they like it or they won't. It's up to them. I don't care. I'm going to do this anyway. This satisfies my soul itch. I got an itch in my soul and this satisfies it. So if people are watching it, if people don't watch it, I don't care. It's your benefit to watch it. That's my attitude with it. If you feel like I do, that I'm a good streamer, that I deserve kudos, and I even deserve financial backing, well then this advertisement is for you. Van Pebble is on PayPal. My name is Thomas Palvino, my real name. And you can go to PayPal, type in @ThomasPalvino where it says send money. @Thomas Palvino, no spaces, no capital letters. Thank you. And also, you can subscribe to me on Twitch. You could subscribe on Twitch. I'm still looking to be affiliated. I need 3 people at the same time to talk in chat. It's so fucking retarded, but that's what I need. Because this platform, I don't want to say that this platform is retarded because it's not. To me it is, but that's just me. I'm not the kind, I don't need people's attention every minute. And that's what Twitch is for. Twitch is for, make sure you got a bunch of people watching at the same time. And I don't care about that. So I'm not the ideal Twitch guy, but I do appreciate them letting me use their platform to stream on. And if you'd like to subscribe, eventually we'll get affiliated. I don't know if I have to fuck somebody's mother or something. I don't know what the fuck I gotta do. And let's take a look at this real quick. That's the advertisements, by the way. This is the part.
Right now. Not a fucking word. Now. Come on.
What?
You see what I mean? It's unnecessary. Now, this is his buddy. They're just sitting there. He's a good friend, cute guy, nice guy. They're just cute buds hanging out. And look at his poor friend. He has no idea what's going on.
Shut up. Close the door.
Tells him to shut up and close the door.
What?
And he didn't have to do that on stream, man. Oh.
What was the situation we gotta end? Gotcha.
Now he's got to end the stream because his fucking dumbass dad. And look at his dad here. Watch. Look, you can almost see the jealousy here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this is how I feel about it.
Let's see, I'm back. Thank you for going.
What year did you drive for McLaren?
No, the McLaren's coming. Oh no, I did drive. Okay, before she stole it.
But the truth is, this guy's a nobody. Nobody cares about you. You're just somebody's dad. And you know what? You need to own that. All right, I'm saying too much. I'm being rude. I don't want to be rude. Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble. Outspoken. It's okay. Nobody watches my streams anyway. You know what I mean? Poor guy. Ladies and gentlemen, what a stream we had today. We are not sponsored by aloe vera, by the way. Oh my god. Ooh, that's so good. Golly gosh. We got a lot of great games. We just got to figure out what we want to play next. I think it's going to be a Nintendo thing, personally. I'm feeling like, I think we're going to do a little Mario Ultimate, and then we'll come back. I was thinking Red Dead, but I think we're going to do Mario Ultimate first. And maybe we'll do a game or two after that, and then Red Dead. Red Dead we'll probably do like at night, And there was also a cool game I played yesterday called Planet of Lana. So we might start throwing more puzzle games into the streams as well, because there's something about a good puzzle game. There's something about puzzle games that just relax me and they make me think in a way that's not like stressful. It's just relaxing. It teaches you to relax and think. Instead of having to be, in other words, like in everyday life, people like to push you around, right? So in everyday life, it's like, hurry up, let's go. I want my coffee. Come on, give me my coffee. Here's $2. Hurry up. You know, it's that. It's constant that. What a shit world it is to work in when people are just like that. So that's why I like this idea of kind of like, you could play a video game and you can sit there and you can solve a puzzle and there's nobody barking at you and there's nobody in the chat room saying anything to you. It's just me in the game. And that's why I don't really enjoy chat. That's the reason why I don't really think the Twitch chat thing is ultimately good for creativity as a streamer, because what you're really trying to do, for me at least, because what I'm really trying to do is get into the game and get into the moment and get where I normally couldn't get because I'm by myself and there's nobody bothering me. If I've got people and I'm looking at a chat room of people, I'm distracted by that chat, and now I'm influenced by it. And that changes the stream. It's no longer a good stream for me. But that's how I feel about it. Everybody feels differently. Some people like the chat room thing. And it's actually a brilliant idea to come. It's a brilliant idea, but if it's so brilliant, they could probably come up with something else just as brilliant. This is what I want to do. I'm just going to sit back and relax. Thanks for joining us today. That was fun. We did play some great games there, by the way. Oh, and shout out to Fellow Memorabilia. Fellow. Overtown Lounge is the name of the channel. Thank you, Overtown Lounge. On YouTube. By the way, if you say that you're gonna be a royalty-free channel, please abide by that. Because I get I put these videos up and sometimes it says non-copyright and it's like, or no, it says you're copywriting. I'm like, what? So yeah, make it clear. If you're gonna advertise it as Breaking Copyright is one of those channels. They put up a thing. I know I'm throwing a lot of people under the bus today, aren't I? Oh my gosh. All right, maybe I should go. I'm just yelling at everybody, but I'm not gonna go. I want to play one more song and then I'll get out of here. It is true though, there are some of these YouTube channels that claim to be like, hey, breaking copyright, right? That's one of them. It's called Breaking Copyright. And what they say is as they play their video, it says you are allowed to use this for free as long as you give credit in your comments section to the channel. So you have to basically get a link of that video and then put it in your YouTube comments, which is, do you know how many fucking times I stream a week? Do you know who I am? But seriously, I stream at least 4 times 4 is what? 16 streams? 16 times 2 is what? 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 1 is 2, 3. 30, 2 times 6 is 12. 32 hours. Is that right? 16 times 2. Yeah, it's 32. So 32 hours. So how many streams is that? 4 streams, let's say 3 streams a day, 4 days a week, 12. So that's 12 times. I have to do that 12 times a week. It's a lot. This is better. If you say you're royalty free, then be royalty free and just don't fucking try to get money from people for using your video. I appreciate letting you use your video. Don't think that I don't. This is good too. It's good music. Let me do one more. This is a good way to go. All right, shout out to everybody. Shout out to XQC's father. I apologize. I went hard in the paint. I'm going through things myself right now. I mean, I kind of stand by what I said, you know. I do feel like the guy's coming off a little unglued, and it's a little much, you know. And there seems to be a little venom in there. That's all I'm saying. Like, I never went through a thing where my parents resented me for being more successful. That's because my parents my mom specifically went out of her way to make a name for herself that was so powerful. Like, my mother is like a huge massage therapist in Seattle. Like, she like makes it clear, like, she's a big deal. Everything about my mother is like, I'm a big deal. I think she wrote books. My mom's like, she is not gonna live in my shadow. My parents and kids are competitive against each other, and that was never my thing. I never wanted to compete against people. I just wanted everybody to sort of be like on each other's team, and that just didn't happen. That's why I'm solo. I fly solo. I find human beings to mostly just be competitive and eat each other. They just eat each other. They don't have to, but they do. And so I'm sort of seeing that a little bit with XQC and his parents. It's unfortunately he's in a position where he just went ridiculously in this direction, and they kind of just were regular people who just had regular lives. And they'll never ever reach the depths of fortune and fame that he did, and that's fine. But you could tell it's not fine. And that's the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen. Van Pebble. If anybody's even watching this now, I'd be surprised, but thank you. And that's where we end the stream. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.